Poetz Meditation for the story gatherers and song makers. I have often wondered what role humans have on earth because there is nothing that we appear to do that seems to regenerate the earth. The only thing I can come up with is that we're the story gatherers and the song makers. That's our contribution. Joy Harjo. The first function of poetry is to tell the truth, to learn how to do that, to find out what you really feel and what you really think. June Jordan. Thought, which is matter, cannot seek that which is beyond time, for thought is memory, and the experience in that memory is as dead as the leaf of last autumn. J. Krishnamurti. Poetry is a tradition and organic. Spoon Jackson. Soft notes fingered on a bamboo flute at sunset, blown through a never-before gentleness. Clarity, the voice of hearing. Streaming breath flowing through a sound chamber whispers at the pads of my fingers, resonating a sacred embrace. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe. Let go. Do not think dead thoughts. Inhale the electromagnetic universe, flexing, contracting, breathing, waxing, waning, dancing, expanding, the inanimating I-ness of life's pulse, exciting nerve ends, breathing me in and out. Breath, as natural as breathing, possesses skin-sation. I am and aware, the awareness of every eye. Thought dissolved, I am and aware I am and not thinking. I touch my eyes, see with fingertips, plug my ears, taste life's electric hum. Soft notes blown through a never-before gentleness. Breathing in life's enthralling frequency. Breathing out a sensate river of vibration washing me awake. Breathe in, breathe out. Feelings, intimate initiation, inhaling fire. Life's radiant orchestrated energy pulsing, breath song filling sacred chambers of skin, bridging moments, bridging memories, 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 creating bridges to a forever giving. Breathers chatter the dense street. Sound calculates human space and time. Breath transposing, transporting, vibrating. Life having its way in malleable flesh. Poets explore duality. Breathe, I. Breathe, you. Breathe, us. Poets gathering life's measure. Truth in, truth out. Breath is forever breathing. The clairvoyant herd. Nature's order.
On behalf of the Audubon Naturalist Society, welcome to the 2021 Taking Nature Black Conference. And thank you to our top conference sponsors, the U.S. Forest Service and the Trust for Public Land. It's hard to believe that many of us were together in person, hugging and laughing and learning at the February 28th, 2020 conference. We went into shutdown just 2 weeks later after that gathering. And here we are an entire year later, still fighting the pandemic and so much more. Over the past 12 months, all of us have been called to action to defend Black lives, demand social and environmental justice, to restore good government, and protect democracy in our nation. That's why it's perfect that the theme for this year's conference is call and response. I look forward to being called to act by our panelists and our keynote speakers. And I am eager to hear your response to all that will be presented in the rich days of discourse and engagement that we can expect from this year's bigger and better Taking Nature Black conference. Welcome to the conference and enjoy.
Thank you, Lisa. Good morning, everyone. I'm Caroline Brewer, Conference Chair of the Taking Nature Black Conference for 2021. I am delighted and honored to be here with you. So excited that so many of you are joining us this year. It's my pleasure and my honor to welcome you with this poem, Welcome to Our Nature, Taking Nature Black. We are the air. Feel our summer breeze. Inhale our jasmine scent, so alluring to pollinating bees. We are the air, a halo around the globe, sustaining life with our breath, ensuring dreams can grow. We are the air, pure enough for all to breathe, invisible but visibly, more precious than rubies. We are the soil and we are the seeds. Underground we toil, producing every good thing and a history. We are the birds and we are their songs, waking the world as we soar, a righteous throng. We are the trees, thrusting out our leafy green, embracing our firm and sacred roots, against which all are privileged to lean. We are the sun, and we are the moon, we are the stars, suffusing the skies with guiding light from June to June. And at the darkest hour, we are the water where you can refresh, where you can cleanse and find nourishment. We are the water where you are protected, where you can heal and be resurrected. We are the water where the blind come to see, where the angels stirred up Harriet's path to free, and at the darkest hour, we are nature. And we've known rivers, and still we rise against bitter, twisted lies, insisting on gathering fruit, knowing ain't no mountain high enough to keep us from hope's view. And though our valleys are low, we welcome you to the secret place of the Most High. But you must come unbound, unbought, and unbossed to be one with our melange of forces, bending moral arcs toward justice. as we journey on and respond to the call of taking nature black.
Wow. I can't tell you, and I'm speaking from the heart, how thrilled and excited I am to see this conference kick off at last. After months and months of planning and hard work, the ups and downs, the swings from one day to the next, hats off to an amazing planning team that has put so much sweat into getting this off the ground. It's been an honor, absolutely. And I want to say that there's a word that we have used in the outreach and in some of the literature that bears explaining, and that word is Chautauqua. Chautauqua is an idea that began before radio, before newsreels, before internet, before television. The Chautauqua movement was one way that rural America got news and information, sometimes under the open skies, sometimes in tents outdoors, sometimes wherever people could convene and gather. But the idea was that Chautauquas offered speeches by famous people of the day, teaching, entertainment, prayer, all sorts of experiences that connected Americans to the world. It was how people built community. It was how they shared information back in the day. Chautauqua is a Native American indigenous word, Iroquois actually, that describes two moccasins together or two bags tied together. It's actually the shape of Chautauqua Lake in downstate New York. And we've taken in this conference the idea of a modern Chautauqua online and essentially use it as a vehicle to connect people of color and celebrate people of color and our connections to nature. So in their heyday, Chautauquas were called the most American thing about America. So welcome, welcome, because we now stand in Chautauqua. We now stand in community for the next several days to explore the many and different ways that we can take nature black.
Thank you, Fred. That's such a beautiful explanation of the spirit of the work that we have been doing with the Taking Nature Black conference since 2018, when so many of the people who are on the planning committee this year joined us and have been with us all along. Fred is one of those people who has really supported the idea of ensuring that the stories we tell are not just speeches, as wonderful as they are, or workshops, but that they include music, dance, poetry, spoken word, a wide variety of ways to tell our stories. So I want to thank Fred, thank all of the planning committee members, which you will meet in just a few minutes. Thank our sponsors, the top members of which you'll meet very soon. Thank all of the staff at the Audubon Naturalist Society. Thank the communications team, which has really stepped it up this year. We were all challenged to do more with this conference and in this era of the pandemic. So I just want to thank everyone for rising to the occasion. I also just want to remind you that the spirit of this conference is all about bringing gifts. And when we talk about gifts, we talk about gifts of hope, gifts of inspiration, gifts of humor, gifts of insight, gifts of opportunities to take positive and meaningful action. That's what we've asked all of our speakers to bring to you, and that's what we're asking you as our audience to bring to this conference. So thank you for bringing your gifts. I have a few other housekeeping notes, but I want to talk about the theme of call and response. So Lisa alluded to the fact that this is about us asking things of you, sharing things of you, and what we're looking for is your response. Obviously, this is a virtual conference, so we won't be able to see or hear you most of the time, but I'm hoping that we can feel you in the chat. So please feel free to respond in the chat and say, yes, I agree. To say you're stamping your feet with excitement, or you're waving your hand. In our tradition, when you wave your hand, that's an enthusiastic endorsement. let us know what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Respond to what we are sharing with you today. We really appreciate that. We also ask you to breathe. This schedule is jam-packed. And so our Poetz Meditation was so important to helping us to center ourselves and to know that we're all in this together. We're all supporting one another. Fred talked about the ups and downs and twists and turns that have been a part of the planning for this conference. And I can tell you that they have been in effect all the way up to the moment we came on the air to start sharing with you. And we're just reminded to keep breathing. I also ask you to remember 3 Ps, and that is to be patient, but to also be persistent and be positive. We are here to support you. If you run into any problems, please email takingnatureblack@gmail.com. And there is a team of people who are going to help you get to wherever you need to be and resolve any issue that comes up. This morning, Vanessa Young, our conference planner, emailed you a conference guide, which has all of this information in it, and also our program book. So please refer to the conference guide for how to make this experience as enjoyable as possible. Check those Hoover emails that you're receiving. Often they go to spam or to junk or to other, but please look for them and read them because they're our way of communicating with you so that you know how to have the best experience possible. And remember that email, takingnatureblack@gmail.com. We also want to ask you to follow us on social media if you're not already doing it. On Twitter, we are at ANS Tweets, and I'm also at ANS Brewer. So throughout the conference, that's another way that you can respond to the calls that you hear throughout the conference. Tweet at us. You can also follow us, like us on Facebook. We're at the Audubon Naturalist Society. That's the Audubon Naturalist Society. There are some other names on Facebook that are similar to ours, but it's Audubon Naturalist Society. All 3 words need to be there. So please follow us and like us on Facebook and tag us if you post something about the conference. We also are on Instagram at ANS Nature. So we've had a lot of activity going on Instagram. So please follow us, keep up, tag us there as well. We also want to let you know that there will be evaluations at the end of the conference. So we want to make sure that you let us know, respond to those evaluations, and let us know how this conference has been going for you. Every year, the conference has changed because of the feedback that we have gotten from your evaluations. We have this year 3 times as many sessions as we've had in years past, and that's because people wanted more. And we also have panels that have fewer people because people want to hear from the panelists a little bit more. And so everything we do is in response to what you share with us on those evaluations. So look for them and please respond. I also want to just make a couple quick notes about what's new on the conference schedule, and that's MacArthur genius Catherine Coleman Flowers. She will give the keynote address tomorrow morning, and Mustafa Santiago Ali, who is a great friend of this conference with the National Wildlife Federation, will be there to introduce her and to host the Q&A that'll happen afterwards. So you want to hear from Catherine. She's the author of a new book called Waste, which talks about the challenges in rural communities of sewage in family yards. It's just a serious crisis. It's been called America's Dirty Little Secret. And Catherine is going to talk to us about what she's done over the years to bring this issue to the light of politicians and government officials throughout the country. over the last almost 20 years. We also want to point you to Congressman Donald McEachin's keynote speech will be on Friday morning. So that's a new change in the schedule. So please look out for Congressman McEachin's speech on Friday morning. We are delighted that he can join us this year, and he's got some great words to share about the intersection of climate change and environmental justice. So stay tuned for that. And then later this morning, right after this session and our break, you are going to be treated to Ain't You Got a Right to the Tree of Life by Dr. Karen Wilson Ama-Achefu. That's a new change in the program. It will still happen on Friday. It's so nice. We thought we'd do it twice, but it's a healing, affirming, uplifting, and wonderful examination of the connections between African Americans and nature and our tradition of celebrating spiritually. So please stay tuned for that. I am sure you're going to be delighted. So those are all the housekeeping notes I have for right now. What I'd like to do is introduce you to the amazing and remarkable planning committee. You have seen and heard from Fred Tutman, who is our vice chair this year and has done double, triple, quadruple duty in supporting us through all of the challenges that we face. So Fred, do you want to come back on and just say a quick hello?
In the spirit of a quick hello, I'm Fred Tutman from Patuxent Riverkeeper in Maryland. And as I said earlier, excited and thrilled, honored to be a part of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred. We're also going to invite next Kim Lambert, who is with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and has been with this committee for the last 3 sessions.
I'm absolutely so proud of being with you and the team, months, weeks, days, and hours and minutes preparing this conference. Today, we gather with more than 500,000 dead from COVID-19. Blacks and minorities are especially hit hard. In times like these, we will spend 5 days of hearing, seeing, and experiencing stories from the experts on various topics. As descendants of slaves, we are reminded every day of racism. This conference will make you proud of your heritage. And to my federal family and others, connect with those that may not speak the language you do. Thank you for that, Carol.
Thank you, Kim. Dr. Evelyn Cooper.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Evelyn Cooper, and I am from the University of Maryland's College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. I've been with the Taking Nature Black Committee and Conference for 2 years now, and it's been one of my greatest joys to bring this conference to life and to share it with you. So I hope you all enjoy and you find something that you're passionate about in these next few days. Thank you.
Thank you, Evelyn. Jasmine K. Brown.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jasmine Brown, and I'm currently a PhD student in forestry at Michigan State University. This is my second year attending the Taking Nature Black Conference, but my first year on the planning committee. It has been a complete honor to work with this team and to put so much time and thought into curating these events. We are excited to have you join us, and we really look forward to this week. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Lynn Oren. Lynn, are you with
Morning. The host has stopped my video. Good morning and welcome to Taking Nature Black. It's great to have you here. And I just hope that you'll really enjoy, as I know I will, all the wonderful speakers and presenters.
Thank you, Lynn. Queen Shabazz.
Good Tuesday. Welcome to Taking Nature Black. I'm Queen Shabazz, founder of United Parents Against Lead and coordinator for the Virginia Environmental Justice Collaborative. We're glad that you decided to spend this week with us. Please enjoy all of the festivities. Welcome to Taking Nature Black. Blessings.
Thank you, Queen. Darius Johnson, of the Eastern Shore Land Conservancy is also a member of our planning committee. He wasn't able to join us this morning. Also, Karen Wilson Achefu is a member. You will see her later during the Ain't You Gotta Right to the Tree of Life Artscape. I think we have Joyce Woodson on with us today. Joyce, would you say hello?
Hi, everybody. My name is Joyce Woodson. I'm with the Nature Conservancy, and I am the retention manager for the League of Employees of African Descent Employee Resource Group. Welcome, everybody, to the Taking Nature Black. This is my third year attending, but my first year being a part of the planning committee, and I'm very excited to be here and to be a part of this awesome conference. So please enjoy.
Thank you so much, Joyce. This team has worked overtime to make this conference what it is. So please, if you see them around in a chat, say hello and thank them. We are running a little bit over what we had planned for this session, but we're going to keep going because in the next session, we're going to be able to get about 10 minutes back. We want to close out this session by introducing you to our top sponsors. These are people who came in and gave us tremendous support to make sure that we could provide all of the things that you're going to get to enjoy during the conference. So we'd like to start off with Beatrice Wilson from the U.S. Forest Service.
Hi, good morning, Carolyn. Thank you and welcome to Taking Nature Black. We're excited for the conference, the agenda you have. I'm Beatrice Wilson, Assistant Director of Cooperative Forestry, where I have the honor of leading the nation's urban and community forestry program. Carolyn, we're excited about this new partnership and really excited to see your participant roster. So thank you for inviting us to be part of this, but also just congratulations on what looks like it's going to be a phenomenal week.
Thank you, Beatrice. We also have Rhonda Chapman of the Trust for Public Land.
Greetings, peace and blessings, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. I am with the Trust for Public Land. I'm the new Director of Equity for the organization. And I would just like to say that, you know, for the Trust of Public Land, we've been doing this work for about 50 years, working across the country, ensuring that we all have access to quality parks and natural spaces, trying to do the work park by park, block by block. And as we are digging deeper into our transformative work, we need to be learning from the leaders here at Taking Nature Black. And so being here gives us an opportunity to connect deeper with you all, to learn from the powerful Black leaders that are going to be bringing us all these sources of light and information. So we're honored to be here. We're looking forward to the rest of the days to come. And hopefully I'll see you on Saturday afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rhonda. We also have Brandon Rainier of TD Bank, who has joined us for the conference for the first time. Thank you, Brandon.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Brandon Rainier. I'm the Retail Market Manager and Co-Chair of Diversity and Inclusion within TD Bank. At TD, it is our goal to be the environmental leader. We seek to improve environmental quality and make a positive contribution. We do this by embedding this into our environmental strategy. At TD, we truly do feel that green is in our nature. We strive to make the environment an integral part of how we do things at TD. We do this by focusing on a few key areas. First, understanding the transition toward a lower carbon economy. Then we focus on eco-efficiency in our business operations. We want to focus on supporting and enabling responsible financial investing, and then providing our customers with green banking choices. In addition to our commitment to the environment, as part of our diversity and inclusion focus, we are proud to celebrate Black History Month. Through the TD Ready commitment, we are supporting over 90 Black History Month events, in addition to year-round program that amplifies Black-led and Black-focused initiatives. I want to take this time to say thank you to the Audubon Naturalist Society for the opportunity to sponsor this year's Taking Nature Black virtual conference. On behalf of TD, I say welcome and thank you guys so much for including us.
Thank you, Brandon. I am so thrilled for everything that is about to unfold. Before we get into our first session of today, we want you to go and visit our sponsors, visit the U.S. Forest Service, visit TD Bank, visit the Trust for Public Land, and visit our 27 other sponsors who have been waiting to meet you, to share opportunities for careers, to let you know about the work that they're doing. So we're going to take the next 10 minutes and give you an opportunity to go and have fun and meet our sponsors. We'll meet back here around 10:44 for the next session. Thank you.